share, and they felt like it was going to happen, they would be buying it like crazy, right? And that's what we saw on last week. We saw a pretty big jump of $8 a share from $42 up to as high as, I think, it's like 47 at a time, and now it's over 50. So it seems like Wall Street is pretty sure that the deal's going to go through. And in the latest report, the market sees a 60% chance that Musk's Twitter deal will complete by its October 28th deadline. So earlier reports said that Elon Musk could be taking over Twitter as early as last week, Friday, and ultimately, that was good. I think people celebrated that. It's like, well, you don't want this kind of thing to
choose your character.
You know, fester, and it hurts morale. Honestly, whether, you know, the woke clowns, whatever, I don't care. It's still, if you're buying a company, you don't want to come into like rock bottom morale. You want to get in there. You also don't want people sabotaging things. We saw last week a super convenient Twitter purge. That's why I've been trying like crazy to get people to go to quartering.locals.com and sign up and follow me there. It's been like pulling teeth. I understand though. People don't want to create another account, yet another account. I 100% understand it, but it is important. So we saw there was a random Twitter purge, and now it's like
prepare yourselves.
Based on my informal survey last week, arbitrage traders tend to think that Twitter's price holds up for going back to court. Like said, the average guess of where Twitter trades if the deal is not consummated came out to around $45. With Twitter shares trading at $50.50 intraday Monday, the near-term downside assumption puts at the deal's October closing probability roughly 60%.
What smells of alehouse?
Less than 50% of Friday's close, meaning, you know, more people are becoming more optimistic through. There's less money in the market to bet against it. Then you saw some more articles kind of trickling out today where advertising websites that are for companies started to kind of chime in on where Elon Musk
I know what I'm doing.
likes. Advertisers look like they're coming up like Elon Musk commissioned this bot analysis inside of Twitter. Now it shows the basically taking the platform. Bots, of course, have been central to this. Twitter has run
I'll end you with a chicken bone.
we don't really believe that doing anything to use the platform doesn't really believe that. Musk and Twitter now this acquisition they never actually get to see the evidence which I gather the issue or really
Try and do that.
let them let on. But Kaiwa is coming forward and said Musk's team was revealed in court filings and hearings of an acquisition of this company as
match point. Blue team.
Caution that this may describe difficult to can't be extremely yeah, sometimes it's hard to say. Everybody analysis, which has been sensitive.
Victory!
That Twitter's total user base more than double the person.
That place will never have any bearing over our lives.
Continue? Toasty!
So, this is what Velma looks like in the new Scooby-Doo series. I don't know why they had to make her Asian. And they made Shaggy black too, and his name is Norval now. So, this is what...
percentage previously reported on. And this is, again, important because people invest money on the platform based on that number. Also, individual advertisers spent millions of dollars assuming that their ad was being seen by 95% of their ad impressions were from real people, when it's actually 89%. You could trigger some sort of mass chargeback or refund demands for people. If it really was 11% and you felt like you could stand by that in court, that might actually add more truth to this article that was released 3 hours ago, saying Elon Musk and Twitter came close to a deal at $50 per share, and here's why it didn't work out. In the days before Elon Musk renewed his original offer to acquire Twitter, the two sides discussed doing the deal at a discounted rate of $50 a share, according to people familiar. That represented roughly an 8% discount for Musk and a savings of over $3.3 billion versus his $44 billion offer. Other prices were discussed, according to reports from the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, but $50 price per share was the subject of back and forth last week. Two of the people said they all asked not to be identified, discussing private negotiations. Twitter shares closed at $49.13. Well, I mean, this is just like, okay, if these people are actually telling the truth, like, never have anyone in the room with when you're negotiating anything, because they're always going to be anonymous sources. Now, sometimes said anonymous sources are people that leak it on purpose, like Elon's team or Twitter's team, and sometimes in negotiations that stuff gets leaked on purpose.
You need to be careful.
Now, Twitter did dislike Elon's slippery language, and that is ultimately Twitter pushing back and did not trust Musk at his word. Company lawyers said if he had renewed commitments from banks financing more than $12 billion he needs to buy Twitter, as he claims, then the deal should be able to close by Monday, October 10th. That's today. In the end, Judge Kathleen McCormick pressed pause on the bickering. She sided with Musk and agreeing to halt the case, but only until October 28th. So what I'm thinking, what does this all mean? Okay. According to it seems that Elon had data that he trusted that showed a higher percentage of bots than what Twitter wanted people to say or what Twitter agreed. Twitter saw that, knew probably they were going to, that might affect the outcome in court. In the next 18 days, what's probably going to happen is Elon Musk is still going to try to negotiate the price. He also needs to re-secure a lot of the financing. At this point, it does not look like the deal will fall apart. Wall Street does not think the deal will fall apart. If they did, Twitter would be trading in the $40 price range and not the $50 price range. You see the USA Today even writing, "Buy Elon, buy. Musk's renewed interest in Twitter could be a win for free speech." The USA Today even saying, led by President Joe Biden, Democratic leaders and media figures have demanded corporate censorship and even state censorship to curtail opposing views on issues ranging from climate to elections to public health to gender identity. The Washington Post's Max Boot, for example, declared, quote, "For democracy to survive, we need more content moderation, not less." Now, these same figures are fearful of the supposed menace that Musk poses. The prospect of a major social media platform could actually restore free speech protections.
Choose
It would be the
your
reverse of the
character.
anti-free speech policies of Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal, who has pledged to regulate content as reflective of things that we believe lead to a healthier public conversation. Agrawal said the company would focus less on thinking about free speech because speech is easy on the internet. Most people can speak. Where our role is particularly emphasized is who can be heard. It's literally their CEO of Twitter saying, yes, it's our job to censor people. Now, Twitter could adopt First Amendment standards. That would be absolutely amazing. I try to think about, a world where that's true, and it's a bright future for Twitter. There will be no mass exodus of leftists. There will be no mass exodus of employees. I don't believe either of these things will happen. There will be no mass changes to anything. It'll largely remain the status quo. Now, given the left's control of big tech, could there likely be better opportunities for left-leaning alternatives than for conservative ones or right-leaning? Sure, maybe there'll be some real, actual left-wing competitors popping up, but they're going to face the exact same thing that the right-wing did, in that nobody really wants to kick it in an echo chamber. So I would say, as of right now, it looks like the deal's going forward, at least with a 60% confidence rate. In Wall Street, I would say, for me, it's closer to 75 or 80%. And we're just going to wait for, I think, really the next major milestone is going to be in 18 days, unless something changes sooner. But by October 28th, he's got to close the deal. So that's when we know, that's the date I would be looking for. Otherwise, I would make sure I click the red subscribe button down below this video, or the subscribe button anywhere, wherever you're watching this video. And of course, don't forget to pick up your private internet access. I've got a massive discount for my viewers. Access tons more content online, protect yourself while you're browsing online, and support the channel. So basically, everybody wins. Pick up private internet access if you don't have VPN yet, and we'll see you on the very next video.
It's rare to see a claim on social media that isn't challenged in replies and comments. It seems like our ability to agree on what's true is deteriorating.
What's up, everyone? Jeremy here. Big announcement. It's not a new coffee flavor from Coffee Brand Coffee, promo code The Quartering. You already know about all my delicious flavors, coffee, teas, and cocos. And I wouldn't bait you like this. So, the banning of Nick Rekieta last night on YouTube really got me thinking, got my noggin jogging. We got the peanuts percolating or whatever. I don't really know all the interesting ways to say that. And so there's been some developments behind the scene that have been kind of slow rolling over the past couple of months, and I've decided to accelerate those things and make some changes to the way that I produce content and the way that my content is available. First and foremost, all of my regular content will remain free and available on every platform there is. I will not leave a platform until I'm forcibly removed. However, it became very clear to me that I need to also commit even more time to building an audience on alt tech. And ultimately, that means picking one. And I've been really supportive. I mean, I'm not changing my banner. I'm not saying anything. But, right now, the main players are Rumble, Odyssey, and BitChute. And, right now, my views are the best on BitChute. But I have to look at what the long-term availability is and what the long-term options are. And so I'm really happy to announce that the Quartering will be producing some exclusive content that will be available on Rumble each week. It's just what I have to do. Obviously, I'm not going to change what you already get access to on YouTube, BitChute, or Odyssey, but I will be continuing to deepen my integration with Rumble by working directly with them. I've talked to their CEO many times. He's been very available to me, which is something that I just really can't describe. with YouTube. I've been creating YouTube videos for almost 15 years or something like that at this point. I've never actually even talked to a human, maybe once in my life at YouTube. Here I'm talking to the CEO, and they've gone public, and so I've done that. My Rumble channel will be linked. Maybe my live streams, like with Sydney. I do live streams on Thursday nights with Sydney Watson. I'm going to make sure I might consider making those Rumble exclusive, or at least available on both YouTube and Rumble. But so there's that. So I already have 83,000 subscribers on Rumble. I know a lot of those are like solidarity subscribes. People still primarily watch their videos on YouTube, which is absolutely fine. However, one video a week will be on Rumble exclusive, and maybe I'll do some exclusive live streams on there too. I have to pick a horse, and watching Nick Rekieta get banned last night off of YouTube by essentially a hate mob of internet hall monitors really got me thinking the second phase of this. So I'm not telling you to go subscribe to me on Rumble. I'm just saying, if you already watch me on Rumble, there's going to be a video on there once a week right now. Maybe that expands to more, but I only have so much time. I already upload 6 videos a day, 6 days a week practically. But I must work even more. There are very few content creators in our space that do the extra work, and Sticks, X, and Hammer is one of them. But there are many of my peers that I hope will follow my lead. So yeah, I'll lose the ad revenue from this particular video, but it's a small price to pay. The second most important thing is I've now partnered with locals. I have kind of resisted going to locals over time, not for any real technological reason, but when Nick was banned last night, and he was banned off of Twitter, I only had one place to find the communications from him. I went to his locals page, and there it was. And it became apparent to me that I need to build a community on locals as well. Yes, I have the quartering.com where content resides, but locals already has all the tools I need to build it. It's absolutely free to follow me there. There will be, you can choose to support content creators there. You don't have to. I'm going to produce, after talking with locals, and again, I picked up the phone and I talked to human. I told them a couple times a week I would produce premium content there, just like Tim Pool does with his, after his live stream, he has a members only content there. I have to do it. It's what people want. People are willing to support for it. The people that support me here on YouTube or on Subscribestar, I will also get you access to this content. Okay? So you don't have to move your subscription. I will figure out how to get you access to this content as well. If you want to move your subscription over to locals, that's totally fine too, if you want to keep it simplified. But again, it doesn't cost you anything to follow me there. You can support me if you want. The quartering is a lot more than just me. It's, the young lady who handles all my marketing, Maggie. You have Ben, my thumbnail guy. You have Lofty. You have Al. You have Sean. These guys, or Steven, who are my video editors. So it's a whole machine, and the people that choose to back me financially on locals, that's what your money goes towards. You can see I'm not laying into the silk cloth and wearing big expensive jewelry. I put the money back into the system, into the channel. So I partner with locals. I really, really appreciate if you head on over to quartering.locals.com and just follow me there. I'm not saying, yes, it would be awesome if you also became a supporter, but that's not required right now. What I want to do is have a central hub where I can get to my viewers. And right now, I've got Gilded, I've got Twitter, but I've seen how quickly that can be taken away from you with 50 internet weirdos just mass flagging your content. So the quartering.locals.com link will be in the description. Please open a new tab. Head on over there, follow me there. This will now be my single hub to interact with my viewers. Yes, I still use Twitter, and Gilded will actually become a part of this for members stuff. still continue. Like, no existing content that I make now will not be free. Okay, so I really pride myself on not like pay gating content, but I will create some additional content for that, which will be more casual, like cell phone videos and maybe like employees interviews or some stuff like that, or commentary on spicy topics that maybe don't belong on YouTube for that. So weekly Rumble videos, exclusives, and by the way, not being paid to say any of this stuff. Okay, Locals isn't giving me money, Rumble isn't giving me money to do this. It's something that I want to do. Now, hopefully they will down the line, but it's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I saw just how quickly somebody who works for years to build something can be taken away. And I don't want to lose touch with you. If they ever ban me off YouTube, that's a reality that I'm going to have to deal with one day. But I couldn't deal with the reality of not being able to talk to you and reach out to you and interact with you and hang out and so that's why my Locals page will be the #1 hub for getting at me. Follow me on there. I'll post there. My Facebook and stuff like that. All this is going to go by the wayside. So Twitter will probably still be a part of my life, but really, Locals, the quartering.locals.com will be your hub for everything the quartering. And the Rumble, my Rumble page is rumble.com/C as in Charlie /the quartering. And you'll get I think this is a pretty big commitment to alt tech. I already back a lot of alt tech with finance, with money, but now I have to put my content where my mouth is. And so hopefully you'll be excited about this. The features I saw on Rumble were really cool. Like it's actually cool to interact with my actual.
I was taking so long. You think it's bad news?
I'm suing you.
You don't want to hurt me? I have a cousin. He can help you out. What can I do for you? This is not good. Oh my God. I'm not an inmate. You are an inmate.
You said close your eyes, don't look down, fall into me. Do you trust the government to regulate the internet?
Absolutely.
Here we go. You trust the people that got us into the Iraq War under false pretenses to regulate the internet?
I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here.
Do you think that makes any sense?
Well, wait. I would not. The people who got us into the Iraq War.
It's the government.
Was the politicians.
It's the government.
In the end, yes, it's the government. But who else is going to regulate?
But if they're going to be in power and they're regulating the internet, they're going to regulate the internet in a way that suits their best interests. The same way they do with the banking industry, the same way they do with the environment, the same way they do with energy, the same way they do with everything.
Outstanding.
There was an actual era when Rolling Stone magazine was something called rock music and rock and roll without being kind of like a wet blanket. But those eras were probably like the early 90s. Long time ago, and only mostly recently, by the way. They've just become another leftist media shill misinformation outlet. Rolling Stone publishing several monstrously incorrect articles over the past couple of years in their panic to stay relevant by peddling TDS to a TDS hungry nation in areas of 2015, 2020. But now that that's gone, all that's left for Rolling Stone is to basically just lie. And now it would appear that their creator has come out in favor of government-controlled censorship on the internet. And it didn't go very well when he was talking to Joe Rogan about it. Not at all. So let's get into that article.
Play again?
Actually, a clip too. By the way, if you haven't yet, please do head on over to thequartering.locals.com. Please follow me there. Speaking of censorship, it's important that I have a way to contact you. I am moving away from Twitter and Facebook and everything, relying exclusively on two areas, both Locals and my Gilded. I've linked my local. This is a way you can talk to me directly at any time. I see your comments, and it's obviously free to follow me here. Please do join me here. It's exceedingly important, and it's going to get more important, as I suspect it won't be long before even milquetoast people like me get removed from the internet. Now we're doing an article by an excellent person, Christian Toto, Joe Rogan's School's Rolling Stone founder, on government censorship. By the way, make sure you follow me on Locals by the end of the day. I've got another giveaway, and when we pass 10,000, hopefully that will be Tuesday or Wednesday this week. What a drag it is getting old Jigger crooned in the Rolling Stones' Mother's Little Helper. Isn't it just the aches and pains that aging brings? By the way, this is in HollywoodandTotal.com. It's how some, as they get older, betray their core principles. Howard Stern, the former Prince of Free Speech, now broadcast from his germ-free home, where he ignores the cancel culture fights defining our age. Rebel rocker Neil Young ranted against comedy podcaster last year when he feared that, quote, wrong information about the coup might be shared, while ignoring mainstream media all outlets doing just that. Now we can add 76-year-old Jan Wenner to that list, or Jan Lenner, probably pronounced. I don't really care. He sounds like a media stooge, so screw him. The man who founded Rolling Stone magazine argued with Spotify podcaster Joe Rogan recently about the need for government censorship. Wenner is for it all. Rogan, who sees the censorial tide wash over Western culture, stands against it. Rolling Stone magazine once stood for 60s era counterculture, free speech, man, and downward man. That Rolling Stone no longer exists. Now let me just tell you, as an aside, some of the articles Rolling Stone has printed in the past couple of years. Here's one. Rolling Stone's botched story about a proof pill raises questions about, well, what is misinformation? If you remember, the Rolling Stone essentially published an absolute lie that hospital waiting rooms were overrun from people having apple-flavored horse paste, and that hospitals were leaving people with, like, lead injections and missing limbs sitting in the waiting room. They published that as fact. Of course, it was never true. Their quote-unquote source didn't even work at that hospital.
Blue team.
Rolling Stone faced plenty of criticism about his article saying that GSW victims left waiting as horse paste ODs overwhelms Oklahoma hospital. Doctor says after a local hospital rejected the doctor's claim, the article quoted Dr. Jason McKellier, who don't really care, who told Oklahoma City-based KFOR that the rise in people using it overwhelmed emergencies rooms at rural hospitals, which were so backed up, they were having hard times getting a facility. Of course, it was completely false. Of course, who can forget the maybe their most heinous article that they ever printed about the campus. I don't know how to really say this in a family-friendly way, but the one of the worst crimes a man can do to a woman, I'll say, they printed it as fact, ruined people's lives. It, of course, was also false. So, I mean, to hear about this clown, and by the way, he gets absolutely destroyed by Rogan. You used to have a founder of Rolling Stone wants the government to regulate the internet.
To regulate the internet? Absolutely. You trust the people that got us into the Iraq War under false pretenses to regulate the internet? Do you think that makes any sense?
Well, wait.
Prepare
and by the way, he
yourself.
sticks to this position. And I will tell you this. Now more than ever, when someone tells you who they are, listen. That's who these people are. You see scratch progressive on the surface, underneath you'll find an effing idiot. Every effing time. It's so embarrassing. Rolling Stone have been establishment, especially far left shields for years now. Rolling Stone once was the exemplar of free. Now it's the diametric opposite. See also Rage Against the Machine. That's very true. Let's not forget that Rolling Stone were not the first ones. Were the first ones who brought the ridiculous story of the horsey paste. it's like he's totally out of it. It's like when people get old and they get money, they forget and they just want someone else to handle it all for them. I really don't know any other way to describe it. It's such a weird thing to see. He continues, the current model is on board with the woke revolution, supports cancel culture, consider the magazine's tone when it comes to Dave Chappelle, savage for telling jokes about the trans community. It couldn't be more clear where Rolling Stone comes down on the matter. Wenner made the point obvious during a Rogan chat. The two discussed the internet and social media, leading to a curious exchange about regulation. Rolling Stone founder wants Biden to oversee, quote, he absolutely trusts the government here, ignoring all the chicanery currently going on with the government overreach. Of course, Biden pleading with big tech to silence conservative voices. Biden proposing a misinformation board. Biden seeking the Justice Department on parents, and so much more. Rogan shared why his proposal is dangerous for the country. Quote, if they're going to be in power and they're regulating the internet, they're going to regulate the internet in the way that suits their best interest, the same way they do with the banking industry, the same way they do with the environment, the same way they do with energy, the same way they do with everything. And he's 100% right. And that's just, I mean, that's the fact of the matter. It's like, this dude is like, why don't you just move to China, bro? It sounds like that's what you want. The podcast is spoken on behalf of free speech, fearing the impact of corporate interests may have on it. Wenner still demands big government puts thumb down on the web. Quote, but there's no way to do that except for the government. There's no way you can do that except through the government. Human nature's not going to change, he said. Quote, but governments aren't going to change either, Rogan added. But the government is capable of change, the media showed. Two concepts jumped out from the exchange. One, Wenner's total trust in the government. Did he feel that way when he started Rolling Stone magazine? How about 2+ years ago when a certain real estate mogul lived at the White House? Will Wenner hold that option? Should Republican Governor Ron DeSantis take the presidential oath in 2025? If not, isn't there a problem with his worldview? More importantly, why does Wenner fear the free flow of information? He's not alone, alas. Hollywood is mostly silent and censorial forces in the modern age. Journalists routinely decry figures like Elon Musk who want more speech, not less. Saturday Night Live, the premier comedy platform of our time, loathes Musk for that very reason. I mean, it's one of the slime-balliest things I've ever seen.
The internet, absolutely. You trust the people, politicians. It's the government.
In the end, yes, it's the government. But who else is going to regulate?
But if they're going to be in power,
nobody, bro. But who else is going to regulate it? Nobody. Nobody should be regulating the internet. Nobody should be regulating people's speech online. In this lunatic's mind, by the way, who got absolutely demolished by Joe, censorship is not something like you discuss, like whether it should be or not. He absolutely believes people's speech should be censored. It's people like him that are making me, even though Elon looks like he's going to complete his purchase on Twitter, it's why I've pushed so hard at locals. It's why I can't, why I'm like so annoyingly trying to push people over there. Like, I have about 100,000 to 150,000 kind of like regular voices that watch my stuff every day. If I could even get half of you to come here, we would do so much amazing stuff. We really would. And without the fear, the same fears of being censored on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or even here on YouTube or wherever you're watching the videos. So I'm hoping that people will, you know, of course, follow me at thequartering.locals.com. I'll leave it in the pinned comment. Take the 2 minutes it takes today to create an account. Follow me there. We're going to do some fun stuff, I promise you. And of course, it's free. So there's that. And I also linked in my locals today I'll link to my Gilded, which is a live chat that's obviously also free and open to all my viewers. And I hope this is even there. I will definitely be talking about this tonight, almost certainly. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again soon.
Finding a needle in there, that's hard. Selling your vehicle, that's easy. At Gallo Toyota of Charlotte County, we want your car. Get the best offer, and you can have your check McCounty.com, where Gatos got it. Hey, found it.
We are Pet Supermarket. We're by your side. Bin and bin. Wing and wing. We're in it with you. So come in. Be heard. We speak fast.
Hello, everyone. It's
Red
Monday,
team.
and this is Outnumbered. I'm Kaylee McEnany. Joining me today, Kennedy, Dr. Nicole Sapphire, Morgan Ortegas, and Todd Hiram. 29 days, that's it, until midterm elections arrive. But instead of focusing on the voters here at home, guess what Democrats are doing? Well, they're taking their fundraising efforts overseas. California Congressman Adam Schiff and New York Congressman Sean Patrick Maloney were spotted sipping wine and eating hors d'oeuvres on a balcony at an event in Paris, France. They stayed at a swanky hotel, of course, during the European tour to fundraise from Democrats living abroad. Mike Lawler, the Republican candidate against incumbent Maloney, tweeting the picture of Maloney from his, quote, jaunt to Paris, Switzerland, and London. Lawler says he's been, quote, speaking directly to voters across the district instead of gallivanting around the globe. I mean, Kennedy, we all love wine and hors d'oeuvres and Paris and Geneva, Switzerland. Wonderful. But America.
Dude, click it properly.
Oh my god.
Outwatch, dude.
Hey! What's good, you guys? It's Norman. We're back. Reaction to Rick and Morty. Season 6, Episode 6, Jurassic Mort. Jurassic Mort.
Jurassic
Mort.
Jurassic
Mort. Goddammit. Jurassic Mort.
There it is.
Nailed it.
That is it.
Spidey, you were telling us that Jurassic Park's your favorite movie.
Yeah, my favorite movie ever made. If anyone ever asked, I would tell you Jurassic Park is my best movie.
Of all of them?
No. The original Jurassic Park, which I do like, but I love to watch them all.
Yeah.
The Chris Pratt one, but like, for them to be doing what they were doing in the 90s.
They previously did a different Jurassic Park-esque episode where it's got John Oliver in it, and they go inside of that homeless guy's body.
Yeah!
I forget the name of that episode, but yeah, that one's kind of Jurassic Park-esque. But here we are. So last week, all right, listen.
Fortune cookie.
I am willing to admit that for a long while they've been leaning kind of hard into the incest. I know it's making a lot of people uncomfortable. Season 2 or Season 1, Episode 2, I think it's surge now. The one where it's got the Edward Scissorhands dude, Scary Terry. Summers and like BDSM gear and like Paul and Morty and shit.
Oh yeah.
And then there's also the episode, the Rick Lansing's mix-up, where one of the dudes is making a wish on the little Mortys, and he's like, I wish incest porn was more mainstream. Same for a friend, so they've been working on this for a while, and I don't know that they're going to mainstream it, but I do find it to be funny when the stakes are as high. No. You gotta go hard. And also, the two clones being together is not so much incest as it is an interesting concept.
What if the TV gods got together, and like, the people think that hot D in the show, and we're like, okay, so when is incest?
Match point. Blue team.
This is the best
It's a whole conspiracy behind, like, behind the TV and everything. This is time.
It makes sense.
Right? Okay, I'm done. We are surged now.
I don't know.
Our voice of reason right here.
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to say something I'm not gonna say.
There's nothing to... look, it's fucked up. Real life, don't do it. You want to watch funny cartoons about it, go for it.
You guys remember
no one sees your grandma's history.
Oh, Harold Kumar?
Yeah. It's
one of my favorite movies, Nelly.
I know, we tried to watch it and then expired.
Fun fact, they do a bottomless party in that movie. I did a bottomless party in real life.
Okay, let's play the game. Let's play
okay, well, on that note, this is not a proper subject. Please support us original content creators, and support us on Patreon.
Victory!
Otherwise, you can also subscribe, like, comment. We do read those comments.
Be nice.
I don't address it, but we do read them. You know, we'd love to be engaged with our community.
Next week, we're addressing some Rick and Morty comments.
Oh, no, please be nice.
Be nice, be kind to everybody. And we're gonna jump into those.
And in weird things in space news, that mysterious rift is still there.
Holy shit, is the portal gun working again?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yay. It's like a cat.
Fixing my portal gun. Every time you bring it up, it blocks my creative flow.
Choose your character.
Do you?
No, I heard Marty. He's here again! Marty Protocol, children. Oh, what's it now? Brain bugs? Speech words? Have I been the faculty again?
Oh my god.
You tiny monster!
There's a penis on the chalkboard.
Oh, we're doing Arrival?
Yeah.
What?
The movie Arrival?
You guys gotta watch movies.
If these aliens want Earth, they'll have to go through Egypt. And they can ask mummies how that goes.
Prepare yourself.
What? Telekinetic dinosaurs? Sweet.
What the fudge?
Dinosaurs are back.
Monkeys went bald?
So they were aliens, and they are back.
So this is probably, I mean, the Earth belongs to dinosaurs first, technically.
Well, guess what? If you've been gone for millions of years, it's mine now. Was that the monster that just poked his head through the portal?
Yeah.
Damn, we've been seeing this Cthulhu monster this long.
Oh, this is finally
We saw
gone.
Bugsy poke through. Okay.
Before we start,
We're back.
surely our ancestors must have left some evidence behind.
Oil. It's oil. Oil.
We evolved here on Earth until our technology was planetarily harmonic. That being the goal of technology. Imagine our surprise upon returning home to find our species extinct and Earth now in the care of
Oh my god.
But surely there was some point between Gunpowder and something called Amazon Prime.
Oh my god.
We're supposed to be running a planet. How many Marvel movies
Thanks for checking out the stream.
Yeah!
You must be exhausted. Put your feet up. Get more tattoos. Finish wrapping up this Ant-Man character. I'm on vacation, Curtis.
This fast.
What?
Oh, okay.
The lyrics.
Yo. Once again, living in harmony with the planet. I wish Pat was here for this.
Rewind, rebar.
We gotta respect these dinosaurs. They dominated a whole species just by calling its bluff about wanting more free time.
Biological telepathy.
All they've done is help.
We didn't need their help. We were not the problem. This house recycles. The trash facility. These videos are getting like 0 likes now.
Oh yeah, the dinos kicked pedophiles off TikTok. It's finally happened.
Dude, click it properly.
Oh my god.
Does anyone know how to do things?
Match point.
The
Blue
president
team.
only pages me if it's an emergency.
Victory!
Here you go.
That's not why I called. Drugs can't solve this problem. We're gangsters anyway. You're not bound by morality. Get rid of them. Slit their necks.
Continue.
These fuckers for the good. Shit. If you give someone what they want, give
Okay.
them. I eat these dinosaurs. Just all right, Rick. Name your price.
Did he eat the bone?
Oh, crap.
God damn it! How often do you Westworld?
Choose your character.
You can host the Oscars.
Nice.
Oh, I forgot.
Hi, old friends. May you rest in peace. Rather than the tank of an SUV. Fellow
They found out.
We have no problem if you jump dimensions. Although we sense your gateway device is suboptimal. Let us help.
I don't need help. I'm here to help you. The hell is this?
A portal pistol. The gateways are see-through on a green swirl, so now you can see where you're going.
Prepare yourself.
Wait! hiding. Only people who have really fucked up in the past have to virtue signal this hard. Rick, aren't these
Look at Sean Penn.
They're gonna call us Laura Dern because we're about to get elbow deep in dino doo-doo.
Oh, God.
Or eat the gloves. Remember the big
No, I didn't, Rick. I said clever girl earlier. You didn't even react.
I was angry.
Laura Dern's amazing even outside Jurassic Park.
Dern's thinkier too. Yeah, we keep their boats in every demo. Wow, these guys aren't gonna be much help.
The majestic basket soar. Aren't they incredible? We're even making a series of increasing, but we do know they all love eating communal soup out of the great dirt bowl.
Starting to see a pattern.
Are these guys Earthworm Jews?
Breathtaking. It's a common misconception that they roll on our planet. The truth is they roll street style.
Oh my God.
Street style. Deep circular indentation in which these grindsaurs used to shred. Give me the board. Drop it in for data. This thing is starting. It looks so easy.
Oh God.
How are they supposed to skate it?
It's become clear your species is having a hard time adjusting to its reduced accountability.
Hi.
You want to kill yourself?
You don't do that. Thank you.
We recently discovered a new piece of human literature that we think everyone should read.
Shit! I'm a fucking mess all over! Wait, what's my name? Excuse me.
Whoever wrote it must be above needing credit. It's all here in this book that belongs to everyone.
Communist lizard scum! But it turns out trouble has a way of following them.
Yes, it's showtime.
Everywhere these dinos go, these rocks, they come a-crashing, and this one is headed directly towards us. Makes it look like Earth could have
Match point. Blue team.
Don't forget to tune into this year's Oscars.
Oh my God.
This is a lot to take in.
Damn.
Trains rule.
We're in the process of finding a solution that doesn't involve violence.
Hold on. You're in the process?
You need to leave the planet.
I
mean, no one knows
Joe Rogan.
Steve T-Rex.
Victory!
a rear naked chokehold. I'll show you. What?
Joe Rogan has that shirt I gave you.
Oh, what's her name?
Wendy Williams.
Yep.
We're leaving the planet for good.
Exxon spill any oil?
Why?
Type 2 diabetes. Crime up 1,000%.
Oh my God.
Immediately, pretty face. That looks like a dinosaur face.
It is.
Now please welcome your host, an old science guy who got rid of the dinosaurs, Rick Sanchez.
Choose your
Is that the
character.
Rock?
Where's the mic? The raising mic. Bring it up.
Oh.
Tom Hanks is here. Do it.
Okay, one time.
Is that Adam Driver over there? That's funny.
That was all scripted?
Every moment at the Oscars is, even that one thing.
When he sold himself.
Being superior to everyone makes you die. I call that balance.
It's all in my globally published book that dinos stripped my name from. Oscars are over.
What?
Our final act.
Prepare yourself.
Serving the sanctity of life.
Dinosaurs are being super smart. You guys are idiots.
We're sacrificing ourselves here.
So am I. You know, Elon Musk be damned. We're blowing up Mars.
No, we're doing something
Fine. What would it be that your final chapter is dying on Mars with an old dickhead?
Can't they kill it? There.
Right, welcome back.
You absolute twat!
What are you doing? Fucking hypocritical cock. The name is all canonical and she was gonna melt that thing for a whole season. Like a 3 employee. God being.
Oh God.
destiny.
Classic episode preview. Portaling in, wrecking shit, portaling out, Morty.
At least Sandra was one of the dinosaurs.
Oh, I didn't realize we're bored.
Hey, have a good run. I bet I could switch you onto that handy pad. Big spin out, Drake, F5.
Blue team.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
I want to see this price there. You better do it.
The dinosaurs even know about it.
Shut up.
That's crazy.
A fucking great episode.
So essentially what they were saying, like wherever dinosaurs are, they make it great. It works fine, but there's a meteor attacking specifically.
It makes sense, like the energy of like the yin and yang, or like the good and bad balance, like the black and the white kind of thing. So like they were so good, and they brought so much good energy and like positivity, or like around them wherever they left, greenery, nature, all that stuff. That's some like demonic figures, like it's like
Let's go.
I sound like Donnie from Leftovers.
That's pretty fucking silly.
But it just like, they could have killed them before. Why did they wait till the end?
because they were so
it's,
good.
It's after the dinosaurs, after the smart dinosaurs leave and leave behind like all the other ones. Like those three are like the leader dinosaurs.
The leader. So
they're like, we left a bunch of our ancestors here and we came back. Like, what the fuck happened? And it's like after they leave, that's when the meteor hits. So they just don't know because they're not checking back up on the planets that they've been to.
Damn,
Good shit. I really like that the commentary about like, hey, we got dinosaurs and like they're making everything better and now don't have to worry about anything. And everybody being like, no, I absolutely want to go back to the status quo. Fucking all the crime,
pedophiles, like your Instagram
like,
photos.
every single thing about it. Ridiculous. I'm sure Wisecrack's gonna have a whole entire video out about like dinosaurs and basic universal income. Well, what does that have to do with Rick and Morty? It'll be a whole fucking thing.
I mean, it was like what Rick said, like make believe, like human beings want to have more time, but when you actually have time, you don't know what to do with it. So like you want to. I forgot exactly the line that he said. Like makes sense. Like yeah, we want to have more time, but at the same time, don't want to have everything going on at the same time. So we feel better about ourselves.
I mean, I'm absolutely 100% going to take the dinosaur world.
For sure.
Let's get all the pollution. Let's live one with the planet. Let's figure all that shit out. And then, so they do this in Star Trek, and it's like one of the reasons why in Star Trek the people are like out in space because they're like, hey, we didn't shoot really good on Earth. We kind of got Earth like sewed up after like a crazy solar nuclear war that happens. Figure shit out. And they're like, all right, now that Earth's good, what we're doing? I'm like, let's just go explore. That's our whole thing now. We explore shit. We don't fuck with things we don't have to fuck with. We don't get in war unless we have to. We're just explorers. And I'm like, okay. Movie in the Star Trek universe.
And I like that the dinosaurs were actually good. Being something where like something evil that we're against. Obviously, Rick has his own issues with anybody more powerful than him or anything like that. Like he has to be the OG of everything, but like fixing that rift and all. But I'm glad that he went and stood up for him and told him like, hey, like he's good in the end after all. Like there is goodness in Rick. He would not have went to a season with dinos. Like why would he care?
I mean, I think after 6 seasons he's had a lot of character development. I don't know.
He got humble.
Yeah.
This season he's like, season 5 he got humble. Now season 6 we're seeing him. But we finally
Victory!
had so right back to Dickhead Rick.
But the dino one was better. See through.
You think he's
They
gonna
think
be more dick again?
He immediately starts just shooting Morty to different places. Like he put him in a perpetual.
He's always falling.
Like just puking everywhere.
Now he's thinking with portals. What do you guys think you would have done in the dinosaur timeline, where you didn't have to do stocks and go to work?
Choose your character.
I think it would have been sick as fuck to watch the world become better. I'd try to learn like surfing. I could probably do like more climbing.
Fair enough. But for surfing, you would have to move somewhere where there's where you do
So
surfing.
yeah, but maybe easy to do when you don't have to work.
Yeah, things don't cost things.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you can go wherever. Yeah, probably like just travel and do all my DIY projects that don't cost money and don't give me money. So I can do that now for free. What about you?
I'm trying to think. 'Cause the same thing, like travel and art. That's what I like to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing space. First off, I'm gonna explore all Earth. Right, do all that. I'm gonna take a bunch of cool ass pictures, and then I'm gonna explore space with the homies. There's gonna be called space homies.
If there's a way for you to go to space,
there should be.
We ain't got nothing else to do.
Fair enough.
How are we supposed to get up there? Who's making the money? Who's building the things? That's what my question is.
The dinosaurs got ships. We'll
Right, yeah. I like the dinosaurs. Like, yo, can you hook me up with a fucking dope ass space ride?
But you can also see, and I guess my question would be, because dinosaurs were doing anything, nobody else is doing it, would that have made the human beings incapable of coming up with new things? Because, like, yeah, if you want to go in space, if dinosaurs don't provide it, nobody else is building it. So you're kind of going backwards.
So you would have to get a group of humans together that all want to go to space. And you guys would do it. I mean, it's already like, everybody that works at NASA, yeah, they do it for the paycheck, but they also do it because they really want to go to fucking space. So you'd have to find your group and be like, hey, group, can we all do a thing? I mean, I still feel like, because we existed before dinosaurs, we existed before our technology now, and we built all this shit, and it always wasn't, capitalism wasn't the main driving force for us to do things throughout all of human history. So we've done shit before without the motivation of money. We would still do shit without the motivation of money.
I know a good amount of people I think would actually want to go to space.
I want to go.
Right? If it was like low cost, it was like, yo, we just have to learn how to do this.
Right?
For free.
Like every day we wake up, you know, Greg gets us the food and somebody else running shelter and
But
everyone else works on building spaceships. We'll figure it out.
Like, I wish there was a way we could actually do it for like a couple of years, like experience like a life up there and come back and, you know, go back to your original life.
Well, it depends on where you're going. It might take you a couple years.
Exactly. God, yes. Man, space.
Out of all the places to go, fuck Mars. That's what I'm saying. On top. Mars can eat a hot red dick.
Elon must be damned.
I love that Morty's teacher also is like, no, you're back in school. What's going to happen now?
Every time.
When was the last time he was in school?
I don't remember. Prom, or but that girl, he asked her out and she went to space with him and she became totally different.
Oh, yeah, because they're back to their original.
Remember?
Cronenberg.
Jessica.
She
becomes a, uncoupled from space time god.
Yeah, that's the last time.
But that was in space. That was another dimension, right?
No, because she goes to the, no, it's not the Mr. Nimbus episode, is it? She goes to the other universe where time moves really slowly.
Mr.
Because
Nimbus
that's where they were
episode.
leaving, yeah?
Yeah, first episode last season, where he goes for the wine and he keeps going back and forth, and then
she becomes an uncoupled time god.
and then Jess is there for like really long time.
When you said Mr. Nimbus, I was thinking
This
Mr.
is
Mr. Everybody.
Yeah, everybody's Mr.
All right, next skit. We're dressing Chris up as the teacher. And he's
Take me to the ocean, take me to the sea.
My goodness. My goodness. Do do do. Do 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 do.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing this morning? How you doing this morning? It's 3 a.m. for you. Well, jeez. It's 6 a.m. for me. What is up? Hey, listen, I kind of enjoy like the earlier streams, you know? My sleep schedule got reset though. So I've been staying up late to play like World of Warcraft. And so, I kind of just like didn't really. Oh, okay. So last night was crazy. I've been up a little later to play World of Warcraft, but then last night, some weird thing happened with my YouTube monetization on my secondary channel. So it's like 6 in the morning, and I'm about to go to sleep, and all of a sudden I go to just like upload a bunch of videos that I cut up real quick, and then like go to bed. Right when I uploaded them on my secondary channel, I should check it now too, just to be safe. I realized my whole second channel wasn't monetized anymore. I was like, what happened? So I had to reach out to YouTube, but like at first they weren't available. Then like I was in a queue of like 200 to like 2 hours to get through the queue. It was just like a bug on my channel, and I think a bunch of other people were experiencing the same bug, but it was I had to stay up to deal with it because I was like so upset, obviously. So that's what happened there. That's why I stayed up for that. That was nuts. That was nuts. What is up? I'm literally at my baking job. Never seen you live so early. Glad to catch you. Oh, very cool, brother. Just watch my Foodie Beauty stream. Yeah, I heard that she's a little upset about it. I don't know why, because I don't really hate her. I'm probably like the least critical person that's talked about her. Is the conversation that bad with these two? Look at this face. Am I doing this early? Hey, why not? Well, it's 6 a.m. for me. It's not quite that early for me. I'm gonna do this early, and then I'll probably get breakfast with my wife, and then I want to do some house cleaning today. That's why I'm on so early, though. Like, say, I might as well get it out of the way. You know? Do some house stuff with my wife. Some kisses on the lips. What's going on, guys? How are you guys? Is it 11 o'clock? Yeah, man. I don't even know if I slept that long, to be honest with you. I'm getting too old. It's like the older you get, the less you get sleep. But me and Mama God, I appreciate that. I really do. Sticky breath. Picture beautiful, thank you. What's up, late night Papa Gut? Gutters? I don't know what to call the community either. Hugger champions? I don't fucking know. How am I doing? I'm okay. I'm tired. I should have made a cup of coffee before I started streaming, in all honesty. Thank you so much, Scott Aston. I want to know what the Funkos are there. I'll just like do like a tour at some point. It's a lot of My Hero Academia stuff. I was like really into that for a while. I like My Hero Academia. I think they just came out another season. Slinging muffins right now? I respect that, dude. Ooh, slept for 5 hours catching a plane for an hour and a half. I feel that. I think not last time I went to Florida, but the time before that, it was crazy. We got up really early, like 6 a.m. I only slept like 3 hours. Went to Disney. We got to the plane, went to the hotel, went to Disney, stayed at Disney till like 1 in the morning. It was crazy. We'll get some coffee. I should do that. You know, give me like a minute, because I have some like cold coffee. I just gotta throw it in the microwave. I don't want to leave you guys with nothing, though. I don't want to leave you guys with nothing. What should we put on? Let's put a video on. Is there anything fun to watch?
Prepare yourself.
It's all like fucking sneaker bullshit. I don't know. Just go have a cold cup of fucking coffee. Ugh. That's a fun video to watch. What else weird stuff? My old content. What weird? Stay with me.
This won't last long.
I train you. Oh no, I don't want to be a true Christian. Trust me, brother in Christ. I do not want that at all.
I have nothing to do with
this. I don't want that at all. I don't know, dude. I'm not dead, man. I'm just gonna cold cup of coffee. I don't need that bad. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Skip ahead.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, baby, you hit like a girl.
Thanks for checking out the stream.
Match point. Blue team. Victory!
I just got a nice, cold, disgusting cup of coffee, baby. How do you like that? Right here.
Okay!
Let me tell you. So this cup of coffee.
Your character.
It's a cup of coffee. It's about, we'll say, 15% of the cup is my wife's leftover cup of coffee from yesterday, sitting on the counter. The rest of it is just coffee that was sitting inside of the pot from yesterday, out without being warm. You like that disgusting stuff? Chris's next court hearing. Ooh, Chris, are you talking about Christina Weston Chandler? I haven't checked up on her in a while. Chins up on her. That's not the case. There, I swear there's a guy named Gibby who does Christian stuff. Or maybe it's 1B. Where is it? Let's see. Gibby, right? Isn't there like a Gibby Christian? What's
Sarah Super Chatted $6.
Hey, thank you so much.
Hey, Papa. Waving hand. This is the perfect stream time. Gonna be a little selfish here, but it's 9 p.m. where I am and I can easily watch you for 3 hours without feeling like crapola for work. And also, hey chat, waving hand, victory hand.
Thank you so much. This is Gibby I like this streaming time too. It's like nice and early. It's different, but it's I thought there was more Christian stuff. No Christian escape from jail. Oh, this is old. I figured there was nobody.
Berkeley Super Chatted $5. My last $5.
Don't do it.
Towards more.
South Florida's newest Chevrolet showroom is now open at Rick Hendrick Chevrolet Naples. Visit the newly redesigned state-of-the-art facility. Enjoy our most comfortable car buying experience yet at Rick Hendrick Chevrolet Naples.
Match point. Blue team.
Everybody eats when they come to my house. Everybody eats when they come to my house.
Coffee Father Gat.
Thank you.
I'll end you with a chicken bone.
Can't be Boogie 2988 big. Give me your last. Don't give me your last $5, bro. Can't be doing that. Rotund. You can't be giving me your last $5, okay? Oh man, what a day! What a morning! Yesterday was really cool.
Victory!
Yesterday, my wife and I woke up. She went to work for a little bit, and then we went out to the farms. How cool is that? We went out to the farms, and we did a little pumpkin picking, and then we did a little bit of apple picking.
Choose your character.
We did some apple picking. That was cool. That was a lot of fun. And then we went and we got a slice of pizza. And, yeah. Pretty much it. It was cool. Why should we so early? Why not, brother? Sister. This thing. What microphone do I use? A Samsung Q2U microphone. Look at it.
Facial Rider super chatted $7.23. Hey Papa, just got laid now. Am I going to fall asleep to your beautiful voice? Romantic face, love you and chat. Shoot out.
I appreciate you letting me know. Yeah, we did some more than just apple picking though. We got some, we picked some eggplant and a bunch of other crap. Yeah. Wait, Jesus, we're from Barb to die? I feel like that's not true. That's crazy.
Don't be scared, dude. We got this. No
Are we doing the 4 hours for enemy stuff? Not yet. We will be doing that eventually. There's going to be a stream dedicated to the
$7.99. Papa, why are you making me stay up at 3 a.m.?
Nah, brother, if you need to go to sleep, go for it, my brother. Go for it. Go to sleep. Wake up. Watch the VOD. That'll hopefully be monetized soon. If not, membership for $2. Yeah. That stuff's crazy. I have to figure out how I want to do like a release schedule for my VODs. Because some of those videos last, bro, every once in a while YouTube gets real sussy. And it takes them like 3 days to monetize videos. I feel like a bunch of people go on vacation and they're just like, yeah, it's whatever. And then all the small content creators go fuck themselves. That's how they operate with it. You're watching my Daniel Larson videos right now. Well, that's epic. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to talk about with Daniel Larson. There's not a lot to talk about Daniel Larson. I think a lot of it has simmered down, and the less we talk about it, it's probably better. Because the trolls like to they kind of like to be a little additionally suspicious when people talk about them, you know what I mean? Just like that burp is suspicious. It's 6 a.m. for me. Am I gonna cover the Kanye shirt controversy? Kanye, West, Tucker, Earl. Let's see. We're talking about. I mean, what's to really talk about? Liberal dominated music, fashion industries, incarnation. There's a lot of stuff here. Is there a full interview? Full show? I feel like that's too much. How much do I care about a full show? I mean, there's like, bro, I'm not trying to be that guy, but like, it's Kanye West. You know what I mean?
The Infinity Engine chatted $5. Good morning.
Thank you so much.
Catch a stream after the most stressful shift.
Oh, I feel like your brother or sister. Hopefully it wasn't that bad, but yeah, work will kick your ass. Bro, okay. Do you guys want me to like look at this real quick? Because TikTok got banned and this YouTube shorts right now. Managers are back. Wow. This is going to be a dedicated stream when I do talk about the right opinion. Let me tell you, this is going to be an entirely dedicated stream. Right now, it's sitting here because this is how I like cute videos.
Continue.
But
the Infinity Engine super chatted $2. We had an active. If you know what I mean.
I don't know what you do for work. It was like an active shooter. Is that what you're saying? That's crazy. I see Kevil said she's gonna deporn. I don't.
Choose your character.
Did I see that Kevil said she's gonna deplatform Destiny? Listen, I personally don't care. Listen, no offense, I don't care about Destiny. I don't care about. I like Destiny's content, like some of it, but I don't care about Destiny. I don't care about Kevil's. I don't care. And like the more people care about, like if you really don't like her, then stop watching her. Stop giving her the attention. Because if every time she says she's going to take down Destiny, a new drama arc starts of Destiny versus Keffals. It's outrage farming. Who cares? You know what I mean? It's like, who cares? Oh, an active shoot. Yeah, I figure that's crazy, brother. What do? You gonna get in the hospital or something? You don't have to tell me if you don't want. So like, stop caring. You know what I mean?
Sword, check. Shield.
Yeah, no, I understand. I appreciate you not being so explicit.
Always check.
So, yeah. I mean, do we want to watch this White Lives Matter thing?
Good evening.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's Kanye West. Like, I don't want to have very high expectations of Kanye West. No offense, but he's not like... He's a little out there. He's a little crazy. But, you know what I mean? If it was like Dave Chappelle, that's somebody that like I have a bit more like political respect for. It's like Dave Chappelle. That's somebody I listen to, like a real dude talking about stuff. Like he's done some political activism and stuff too. Like that's a guy I respect that I listen to his opinion. But Kanye West, I don't know, brother. He's just going through it all the time. We can watch this real quick, though.
And welcome to Tucker Carlson tonight. Kanye West, now known as Ye, is one of the best-selling music.
I thought it was E.
Musical artists in the world. He's also one of the singers who is celebrated in very highly paid fashion.
Oh, yeah, this is about the whole White Lives Matter thing. Yeah.
And of course, for a decade, he's well known to TV audiences as an in-law.
And like, yeah.
The Kardashian family. But it's West's latest incarnation as a kind of Christian evangelist that brought us to his office in Los Angeles today for the interview we're about to see. Days ago, during Fashion Week in Paris, West, accompanied by his friend Candace Owens, unveiled a T-shirt that read simply "White Lives Matter." The response from the fashion industry and international media was instantaneous and uniform.
I mean, like, this again, outrage farming. I mean, this is, I watched Anisha Carter's video, and like she referenced, I'll show you, because I actually like her as a content creator. I watched her video. It was about, I think it had like just funny things in it. But like she talked about, like she didn't even say Kanye West's name. I didn't know what she was talking about until like now. But she talked about like outrage farming, about how like he's just kind of looking for attention, because that's all this is. White Lives Matter. Like, she's looking for attention. He's looking for attention. It's like boring. You know what I mean?
Shock, horror, rage. There is no excuse for this. West is legitimizing extremism, etc., etc.
Yeah, and see that the news outlets pick it up. Oh, they're normalizing like blah blah blah. Like, dude, it's White Lives Matter. Sure, it really isn't that deep. It's just like a petty, childish, attention grab. Like desperately trying to. It's just trying to get attention. That's it. Like, it's just looking for attention. It's really not that deep. It's not radicalizing white people or racist or anything. It's a shirt that's annoying. And if you ignore it, nothing bad will happen. And I think these tabloids know that, and they're more interested in like sensationalizing stuff. And it's like, oh my god, a black guy saying white lives matter? Well, we really got to get on that. And it's like, oh, if anything, as much as I don't really like, I'm not a fan of Kim Jones or Kanye West, and I don't know what their goal here was with the White Lives Matter shirt, but if it was to show how fucking petty liberal and progressive media can be, and they succeeded. Not to say that, conservative media isn't petty too, but it's like, oh my god.
What was strikingly missing from the coverage, however, was any explanation for why West did this. What was the T-shirt about?
Attention.
No one seemed to think to ask him much.
Spectrum is eating up the nation with Spectrum 1. Spectrum is all
Prepare connectivity. Spectrum 1, 300 megabit internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and one line of unlimited mobile for just $49.99 a month.
This is Cam, and I'm Tony. Get Spectrum 1 now.
Much less to listen to what he had to say. Instead, the enemies of his ideas dismissed West, as they have for years, as mentally ill.
Bro, did you see his conversation with Trump? He made Trump look sane. Come on, bro.
Too crazy to take seriously. Look away. Ignore him. He's a mental patient. There's nothing to see here.
He's a little crazy.
But is West crazy?
A little bit. He's a little out there.
You can judge for yourself as you watch what we're about to show you. He has his own ideas, we can say that.
That's true. That's true.
That's why they're artists, not actuaries. These people
tend to have that.
Social media posts give the impression of a man channeling his rawest emotions right onto Instagram. The effect can be jarring and is often used as ammunition against him in the battle for influence over the minds of America's young people, and that battle is intense. But crazy? That was not our conclusion. In fact, we've rarely heard a man speak so honestly and so movingly about what he believes.
I will say, craziest people speak the most honest, alright? I'm just gonna be real with it. It's the truth. Let's be real. Okay, so,
But again, judge for yourself.
Alright, let's see what these guys say. I like how we needed like a 2-minute priming for this to let you know, hey, when you go into this, don't think he's crazy, conservative audience.
Your lanyard's still on from it, and there's a photograph on it. What is that?
It's a photograph of a baby's ultrasound.
Well,
Why is that baby ultrasound?
Yes.
Why?
What baby?
It just represents life from her life.
Red
What do you wear it on a badge? What kind of response?
I wear it on a shirt. It's an interesting badge. What kind of...
I agree.
I don't care about people's responses. I care about the fact that there's more black babies being aborted than born in New York City at this point. That 50%.
Is that true? That could be. Let's see.
Your science is an abomination.
Well, let's see. Those black babies are in New York City. What did he say?
Black babies being aborted than born in New York City.
Oh, now I understand. What he's saying is that there are more black babies being aborted in general than are being born than in New York City. Well, it's kind of a weird comparison. It's like there's more people dying in the world than lives in Texas. It's like, oh, okay, well, those things are a little crazy, but okay.
At this point, that 50% of black death in America is abortion. So,
yeah, I just want to be clear that, like, let's just be clear, whether I'm a pro-life, I'm pro-choice. Whatever your perspective is, be clear that, like, the people that are getting abortions are doing it consensual. Like, they want to get them. So, like, you know, if you're saying, like, oh, black people do disproportionately get more abortions, but that by choice. They're like, yeah, I want this abortion. And if you have an issue with it, you probably attribute more of it to, like, a lack of monies being provided. And so if you really wanted to conquer the issue of, like, reducing abortion, I would let's conquer the issue of a diminishing lower and middle class, because a lot of people are not having kids, or they're having them later, or they're getting abortions because they don't have, like, the ability to financially support them. So if you really wanted to have the most profound impact on reducing people in general getting abortions, you could start with trying to, like, you know, not be an insanely rich person that doesn't actually advocate for any real empowerment of the middle class, you know what I mean? And you can find those type of people like Kanye West on all sides of the aisle. Most people are not really talking about any real way to embolden the middle class. That's mostly because it's rich people that don't give a fuck, because they're benefiting massively from the system. Let's be honest here, you know?
So I really don't care about people's responses. I perform for an audience of one, and that's God.
Very cautious.
I'm starting to see why they want to be quiet. When did you feel this way? When did you realize this?
I really felt like, I think I started to really feel this need to express myself on another level when Trump was running for office, and I liked him. And every single person in Hollywood, from my ex-wife to my mother-in-law to my manager at that time to, you know, my so-called friends / handlers around me.
Handlers? What the hell's that? What do you mean you got handlers? Like Chelsea Handler? I don't know what that means. I wonder what did Kanye like about Trump? He probably said that, right?
He told me, like, if I said that I like Trump, that my career would be over, that my life would be over. They said stuff like people get killed for wearing a hat like that. They threatened my life. They put my life. They basically said that I would get killed for wearing a hat. I had someone call me last night and said anybody wearing a White Lives Matter shirt is going to be green. That means that they're going to beat them up if they wear it. Like, you know, okay, green like me then.
Well, you have a lot of handlers, so you're probably safe.
You know, God builds warriors in a different way. I don't know if it's because of me being born in Atlanta and growing up on the south side of Chicago that, you know, He made me for such a time like this. It's like with David. You know, he tended to the sheep, but while he was out there, he had to fight all kinds of animals. So when it was time for Goliath to come, he thought because he was a sheep herder that he didn't have the skill set to take down Goliath. And the thing that I have is the position, I have my heart, but the number one thing is we have God on our side. And for the people, even if you don't believe in God, God believes in you.
I just want to be explicitly clear, God is actually on my side. So this is the problem. So how do you rectify that? Hey, God's on my side. Nope, he's not. He's on he's on my side. My side's the opposite of your side. So God speaks to me. He told me that he's on my side. So how do we rationalize that?
Prepare yourself.
Checkmate, cuckold.
So you made reference to the White Lives Matter T-shirt you brought out at Paris Fashion Week. Why did you do that, and what did it mean?
You know, I do certain things from a feeling. I just channel the energy. It just feels right.
What does that mean?
Using a gut instinct, a connection with God, and just brilliance. You know, like it's.
Explain. Okay. So when Tucker asked you why you wore the White Lives Matter shirt, you told him basically, overhearing it, is that God spoke to you, and you think that this is brilliant. Like, what's the point? What were you trying to communicate? Were you trying to make a social statement about how media will jump on anything that's like anti-woke, or are you trying to have a nuanced conversation about how white people are oppressed? I don't know. Like, what's the actual point? Like, I'd like to hear it. This is your opportunity, you know?
To be asked, like, Tanya Harding, how she did the triple flip or the triple spin.
Or like how Jeffrey Dahmer got to him and told him to eat all those people, you know?
She was in so much practice that when it was time for her to skate in a competitive format, it just happened. Like, it happened outside of practice. It happened in the real format. And that's what's happening. It's God is like preparing us for the real battles. And we are in a battle with the media. Like, the majority of the media has a godless agenda, and the jokes in that work, and this whole like, oh yeah, he's crazy, and all these things, they don't work because the media has, you know, they've also watched travesties happen, just even specifically to me, and just watch it and act like it wasn't happening, and they stay quiet about it. I want to answer the white. I feel like someone. What I was saying, the comparison to Tanya Harding about the White Lives Matter. You know, my dad is an educated ex-Black Panther, and he put a text to me that he said, "White Lives Matter, ha 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 ha." And I said, I thought the shirt was a funny shirt. I thought the idea of me wearing it was funny, and I said, "Dad, what do you think was funny?" He said, "Just a black man stating the obvious." And you know, my dad doesn't listen to rap music, and he's like super educated. We opened up a water distribution center in the Dominican Republic together. He's like the original Steve Jobs, but
I can respect that.
He was getting blocked every which way with all his ideas, and he didn't have an endless bank account, and he didn't have an Instagram. So all these ideas, he had to like take them back and compress them. Like, my dad is the most brilliant person that I know, and we actually have a strained relationship because I was taken from him, because my mom was an actress, so she was a liberal, and my dad would see certain things and say, you know, we should do it this way, we should do it that way, and the people got around my mom and pulled her away, much like, you know, Kim is a Christian.
I'm just going to be like really clear with like specifically what he's talking about with his family
Daniel super chatted $1.99.
Hey, thank you so much, brother.
You're my favorite streamer. Smile.
Oh, thank you so much. You're my favorite viewer. When it comes to like this home life stuff, like I don't know his specific like life history, so I don't know if it's actually true that his like liberal mother removed his father from him because of this, that. It's possible that there were some bad things that maybe his father was doing. Maybe she's crazy, maybe he's crazy. Kanye's certainly crazy. It's hard to take him at face value. He seems very led by like agendas. I still don't feel like he properly answered the White Lives Matter question. I really would have liked for him to have been more explicit. If I'm being super duper incredibly generous, it maybe sounds like he did it as like a counter narrative, as just being like, oh, I feel, and I'm being tremendously like, I feel generous because he was not very clear at all about what he's talking about. Maybe he's trying to bait the media and tell the media that like things are going too crazy and anti-white. Maybe that's what his argument is, but it's hard because, excuse me, sorry, the cold, stale overnight coffee is getting to me. Because he's not really expressing himself particularly well. And I'm not trying to be critical, but it's like he's not concise. He's not really, he's expressing himself, just not well, you know. But okay.
But she has people who want her to go to Interview Magazine and put her ass out while she's a 40-something-year-old multi-billionaire with 4 black children. And this is how fashion wants to...
What?
It's people who want her to go to Interview Magazine and put her ass out.
What does put her ass out mean? Does that mean like show her booty? I don't know that
while she's a 40-something-year-old multi-billionaire with 4 black children. And this is how fashion wants to... how they want to present her.
I don't understand what is he saying? Is he saying that they wanted her to put her like actual butt on like because that makes sense to me because it seems like she was like a model or actress. And what does her having 4 kids have to do? Or is he referring to put her ass out as in like speak poorly about the father? It feels like it wouldn't happen because he doesn't seem very particularly relevant media wise. I'm very confused. I'm not understanding the criticism. Maybe it's just like a language thing. Okay.
So I know you give these questions and I give you like these 3-part answers. Is this a cool format for you?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, cool.
And I am following it.
All right.
So you said that your father said when he saw the shirt "White Lives Matter," it's great to see a black man stating the obvious. So by which I think you meant that's obviously true.
Yeah, that's my favorite response because I come up thinking like, you know, people they're looking for an explanation and people say, well, as an artist, you don't have to give an explanation, but
so
as a leader, you do.
Yes, I think that's right.
So the answer to why I wrote White Lives Matter on a shirt is because they do. It's the obvious thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Why do you think that's so?
Yeah,
and I assume
it's a good question.
All lives matter because their lives, because God created them. Why do you think that would be considered controversial?
Well, that's not the question I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear the question of why did you feel the need to express that? So this is like this is kind of, I mean, this is the way that like media works in general. So let's say Kanye West said White Lives Matter, and we don't get an explicit answer, but let's say he's like noticing the narrative, and he's like, I feel like we're hating on white people too much or something. Like, let's say that's how he feels, and that's a perfectly reasonable, fine thing to do. I feel like that's a reasonable, nuanced thing. Like, hey, listen, when it comes to online spaces or something, you know, sometimes white people get like a disproportionately shit on. It's okay to be racist or, you know, prejudiced for all you woke people out there against white people, but like the opposite is obviously wrong and it should be wrong, but there seems to be an acceptability of being like prejudiced towards white people. Okay, I would be on that. Problem is that like when you make a statement like that, and this happens regardless of what the statement is and on what side. When you make like a very open-ended statement like that, and I know we called it art, people can interpret it differently. So some people can interpret White Lives Matter as like, yeah, fuck Black Lives Matter. Or even like, yeah, White Lives Do Matter as a way to be like, I don't think that black people have a particular struggle, right? It seems like the whole Black Lives Matter movement, even though I think that like the organization itself apparently like spent a bunch of fucking money on like a mansion, some crazy bullshit, but the ideology itself was just like, hey guys, black people are like disproportionately fucked in our society, you know, due to a history of like systemic racism, you know, slavery, redlining, you know, a ton of shit, and it's still like echoing down today. Right? And then the counter narrative was like, all lives matter. And all lives do matter. But like the reason people were saying all lives matter wasn't because they were just trying to have a conversation about how everybody matters. It was because they were saying it as a way to be like, Black Lives Matter can go fuck itself. And like that's the thing. That's what this kind of feels like to me. Even if he doesn't mean that, that's how a lot of people are interpreting it. I'm guaranteeing you that's how like Tucker Carlson is interpreting it. So I don't know if this is like, you know what I mean? Like not exactly, I'd say like the best way to express yourself here, but
because the same people that have stripped us of our identity and labeled us as a color have told us what it means to be black and the vernacular that we're supposed to have. My dad grew up as a military brat, and his family moved around, but they were based mostly in Delaware. And at the time, if they weren't the only black family, they were one of the few. And he would be discriminated against because he was black. So by the time he got into college, he would be discriminated against. He went to a black college, he would be discriminated against because they said he talked too white.
Yes.
And then he played the kick drum in the band. So when he would go to the club, and the music was playing, where would he clap his hands? Where the kick drum is. It was the opposite of where everyone else is clapping their hands. And this is the most elegant and tasteful person that I know. And when my mom, when the school suggested like the herding systems, because what they do is take the black community and they separate us, and they separate the families, and they educate it. They push this, need for.
I would have been like really actually like genuinely interested in what he's talking about when he said that they separate black people and shit. Because I don't know what the fuck he's on about, and he could be really right here. And this could have been like I don't know what he's talking about. This is a big platform. Like, how are they separating black people? Like, were they intentionally cutting up the school system to dividing up black people or something? Like, I don't know. I wish that we got a little bit more here. Because I don't know how much of this is really true. Because he's just kind of talking. I wish he would have learned that from that. I'm curious about what he's talking about there.
Higher education, us as blacks, we discriminate against each other and say, well, I got my PhD, you don't have your PhD, so I'm better than you. And so my mom, she had a PhD, and she was influenced to...
Well, I think that everybody does. Like, not everybody, people in general, people have a PhD,
outside of Chicago, take this job at Chicago State University, and she told my dad, if you come for us, you'll never see him again, because the media ridiculed me for getting the house next door to campus to see my children, and they even said that I was stalking her and her new boyfriend.
It is a little weird that you bought a house right next door, and I didn't know that. It sounds weird, but also their house is really so I guess like how far is the house? As close as like the fucking house 2 blocks to them. Like, I guess it's a little bit different there, because they have probably huge houses. Like here, you buy the house next door, that's like stalking. But I mean, when they buy these mansions, it's like basically, it sounds like you're buying the closest 7-Eleven to the other 7-Eleven, which is pretty close, but not quite stalker close, because those fucking things are disease, and they're all over the place.
Because I bought the house next door to see my children, and that's how I knew that my mom had said that to him. I said, Dad, they moved us to one of the most agreed upon to be one of the most dangerous places in the world. It's almost like they tried to kill me or something. I said, Dad, why'd you never come to get us? And that's when he told me that she was told that. So many things that I put in Kim's head. They bring influencers like no one ever know where Corey Gamble came from. No one in the fashion world knows where Gabby came from. These people were practically made in a laboratory, in my opinion. And one of the things that they're really good at doing is being nice and being likable. And what they do is, for people that have some form of influence, whether it's an educated black woman like my mother that became the head of the English department at Chicago State University, or whether it's the most influential white woman on the planet, being my ex-wife, they have people that are around them at all times telling them what to be afraid of. It's like not what to do or say specifically, it's what to be afraid of. And if you have a person that isn't afraid of them, like a Russell Brand or Candace Owens, it's not that we have to agree with this, but they're not afraid. They're not afraid to state what their opinion is.
I can understand what he's saying. Like, that's fair. There tends to be like a bit of a narrative where it's like, hey, you should say this thing. It's almost like a PR thing, where you're expected to say a particular thing. You can even see that in like the Twitch sphere and all this other stuff. People feel the need to say particular things about particular things. And this goes both ways, to be honest with you. I mean, like, there's particular things that, like, conservatives are told not to say when they're on, like, social media as well. It goes both ways. Obviously, the progressive narrative is more dominant in the social sphere. But if you are anti-progressive, this is the problem, is that most people... Candace Owens, in my opinion, is one of them. Though Russell Brand seems to be a pretty level-headed guy. It's either your
stop spinning and just go home.
Either
eggshot skins, trend, rapid fire, choose eggshot skins.
I only toss one place with my key. My key. The entrance is a place. But anyway, I digress. Over the years, I fell out of love with the streetwear community. And I decided to do my own thing on YouTube, and that's fine, right? So this tweet, first of all, I want to clarify just to show you this tweet. It's on my Twitter say, this is me relating to you guys who know me and on my history. No, I've fallen out of love with competitive Street Fighter. You know, the Street Fighter 6 was the first time I actually played Street Fighter in a bajillion years in competitive capacity, right? You know all about my history. So all this is a reiteration of, you know, basically saying, when I was in my youth, I aspired to have something like this game. Now here I am, 40 years old. I have no aspiration whatsoever to have anything like that. And now I see a lot of people who aren't even necessarily like prominent big players of competitive fighting community, just normal gamers are wanting to have full arcade games like this. Go figure how society has changed. Back in the day, this was the inception of cool. This was like the oddity. Someone go to your house and see that, be like, what are you, weirdo? You have games in your house? What are you doing? Today, it's cool. You cool stuff about it on Twitter, right? Oh wow, look at this.
Jake just dies. I can't do it. I can't play this with him.
Everyone's doing it, and that's cool. You know, even got celebrities like AJ Styles, a pro wrestler. He absolutely loves arcade games. He has a whole arcade in his house. He knows he's a competitive gamer, but he loves it. It's his hobby. So now, this has become a lot more prominent and a lot more mainstream. And all I'm doing is making an observation that when I was a kid, right, this was kind of something to aspire to. Part of FTC, you had to like this, you made it. Even if you're a top player or not, if you're ever cool like that, you're jealous of wow, you made it. Wow, this is cool. You made it to the top of the FTC, you get everything you need, set up, practice a goal, set up the arcade, right? So, there's no dig here, there's no insult. It doesn't matter how you interpret it, it's not what it is. At face value, it's like, wow, did I just need context? Things that I say on my own streams, right? That's all it is. Again, I don't know this guy from a hole in the wall. I literally know nothing about him. I didn't
Whatever. I need to stop getting Jake. He just commits suicide.
Here I am, 40 years old. It's the last thing I would want in my life. I wouldn't want a game cabinet in my house. You know what I mean? So that's all it is. It's an innocent observation and kind of a comparison of me as younger. So, alright, Black Lady walking, goodbye. You're out. And anyone else is going to say that it's a dig, you're out. Just leave now. Because you're here for an agenda, and I'm not going to put up with your bullshit. Okay? Okay, you too. Goodbye. Here it is, because here it is. Here's all this sneak dissing.
Your character.
Okay? Here's one too. Here we go. Goodbye. And you too. And by the way, these are all the sneak dissing regulars that sit here, and they just sit here doing this constantly. They're gone and they're not coming back. Don't even ask to come back. Because now, here's what I get to do. Okay? Thank God, right? Thank God that I can now look at this nonsense and get these idiots out of here. We can have a good day without this bullshit, right? This is not a date. You're an idiot. It's an idiot. Like, no, I'm going to be very transparent. Okay? If you think that's a dig, you're genuinely stupid. Like, you don't have a leg to stand on. You're a moron. I don't know the guy. I'm not taking a dig at him. It's an observation based on my own history, my own experience in life. It's even me talking about me today versus me when I was younger, right? It has nothing to do with that guy whatsoever. I could have taken a picture from anyone's home arcade.
Prepare yourself!
Alright, no and it's in my own Twitter. I didn't go to his Twitter and respond in his own timeline. I did it on mine. If you think that's a dig, you're genuinely stupid, and you have no place on my stream. And you're gone. I just banned 4 or 5 people who are regulars. No, they're regular sneak dissing idiots. They're out, they're not coming back. I'm happy about this. Okay, so now let's continue. Alright? So, you know, I think nothing of it, of course. Why would I think anything of it? You know, I go to sleep, and I wake up this morning, and this is what I wake up from. This morning, my last disgusting insults and nasty shit, not just this person. So here it is. The guy insults me out of nowhere. I did not insult him. I didn't take a dig at him. I don't know who the person is. Right? No idea. Let's insult this guy, right? Let's insult Phil, because it's easy to do, because it's the same thing. Now, here's a couple things I have to say about your person. Right? It's not like this is the first time this has happened. It's not the last time this is going to happen. This is regular on the internet. People are toxic to me who I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. I didn't insult him. I'm not toxic to him. I know nothing at all about this guy. Let's insult Phil, right? But the thing that gets me about it, alright, is that the hilarious part about it is it's the same fucking meme again. It's not even like you can take it and be like, yeah, well, you sucked at Street Fighter 6. Yeah, I did. Like, I'd be like, you got me. I was terrible at Street Fighter 6. It wasn't until my 6th session that I finally clicked and I started to understand game mechanics of Street Fighter 6 and like that, right? It literally takes a dig based on something down the bottom that's been actually disproven time and time and time again. And he rolls with this meme that never dies, even if it's false. It's a false narrative. So, if you ask me nicely, DSP, I can turn the PS1 version of Super Turbo on with my cabinets, so you can reminisce on the last time you were ever relevant in this community. on the internet. Okay, ready? This is my core stuff.
Match point. Blue team.
In the time that it took you to boot up PS1 Super Turbo, which by the way, it's hilarious you have it. Why do you have it? I don't have it. I'm the one who apparently gets all the clout about this version of the game. I don't have it, you have it. Okay? In the time that it took you to do this, to boot this up, and take a picture and post it on your Twitter to the internet cloud, you're going to take it literally a fraction of that time. Use your digits. You go.
There we go.
And look up the fact that it wasn't just that time that I placed in Super Turbo. That over the course of a 2 to 2.5 year period after that, I was one of the top ranked Super Turbo players in every version of the game ever that was played in tournament. Alright? PS1, every version of PS2, including Anniversary Edition as well as the Capcom Classics Collection 2. Okay? Dreamcast versions that were
your
run.
character.
Arcade versions that were run. I mean, hell, there's footage of me beating Seth Killian in the finals of EVO East on YouTube right now. Hell, you can look at tournament results and you can see in 2007, I won so many tournaments in Super Turbo during the EVO qualification season. I had like 7 qualification spots for EVO finals. They had to give other people my spots because I would have been entered into the finals like 5 times. I would have played myself. Okay?
Prepare yourself.
Oh, by the way, it wasn't just me playing competitive in Super Turbo. It was also me being a tournament organizer. I ran tons of tournaments on the East Coast, including the biggest tournament on the East Coast Championships. It was me and Josh Wigfall teaming up to run it with Chris Cotty in New Jersey. We ran it, the biggest one. People absolutely loved the tournament. We got nothing but positive feedback. Okay? So when you like to use this meme, the only time you've ever found it is a broken version of PS1. Instead of doing this, alright, and embarrassing yourself, do this. And actually, let's just look at the fucking internet for 5 seconds. Because this is ridiculously embarrassing. Okay, it is. I'm not gonna argue with you that I'm not relevant anymore. I'm not relevant anymore. I don't claim to be. When did I say I was relevant to FTC? Right? Anytime that I say anything about the FTC, it's some cringe opinion from some wild old man. Right? No one listens to me. No one cares. I know that. I'm in my own lane. Stay the fuck over here away from you. Alright? Understand that. And by the way, I want to be away from you. I don't want to be involved. Because here's the thing. This is the modern FTC. You guys ask me all the time. Phil, you're under my protection. Do you want to be part of the FTC again? Would you ever go back to competitive sheet fight? Here is your answer. No. This is why I wouldn't want to. Because this is everything wrong with modern FTC. Disrespectful. Right? Incorrect. Not even willing to spend 5 seconds to look up anything on the internet. So actually find out what you're talking about. Only in it for the power. And for the clicks. Right? Because no one's going to correct this. Right? No one's going to say, what are you talking about? PSP was actually very proud of several years. No one's going to say that. All they're going to say, oh, it's a joke. This is what they do. You know what I'm saying? This is exactly what they do. This is an on-FTC. So what incentive would I have to try to get good again? Or, you know, and, oh, by the way, as stupid as it is, obviously if I ever meet this guy in Super Turbo, I'm going to fucking floor him in any version. Doesn't matter, you know what I mean? It's the dumbest argument ever. Like, yeah, but to this day, I'm the person every week is playing old school Street Fighter. I played the fucking 30th anniversary collection once a week for years, even though it sucked. I still play the Capcom Fighting Collection to this day. I'm trying to keep it alive. No one else is playing. I'm the one sticking up for old school Street Fighter. Go ahead, do your meme, get your clout clicks, you know. It's all it is. Like, it's like, why would I want to be part of that community? This right here, this post, is a prime example of everything wrong with the modern FTC. They live in their own bubble. They live in their fantasy world. They don't want to respect anything. They don't want to research anything. They just want to be in a community with clout. That's it. Get it for the lulz. I'm not sorry. That's not what I'm about. It's never what I'm about. I'm not saying,
match point. Red team.
Like competitive Street Fighter. The reason I did it is I love it. It was such a great, awesome competitive.
Defeat.
I can't believe Morty lost.
When you played against them. And by the way, at the end of the day, with all of the shit talking and all of the drama that would ever happen in the FTC, at the end of the day, after
continue.
The match, and you walk away. And it's that simple.
Okay.
Right? These people aren't about that, man. These people are all about the instant date, the instant clout. Oh, I got over on Phil. Good for you. You beat up an innocent man, did nothing to you. I didn't dig on you. I like your arcade. I think it's cool. Really, I think it's a nice cool system. One day, I hope a lot of people have the ability to have something like that, you know? And you should be proud that you can do this.
Anyone would do this would be because
like I said, when I was younger, I wanted something like that too. There's there's nothing wrong with that. I wasn't insulting you, so why did you insult me? Like, what kind of a person are you? It's fucked up. It really is fucked up to think. And then everyone responded, oh, you dumb.
The sesame broccoli skillet from Birdseye. A sizzling, savory.
Hello, everybody. It's an art side film. I need that money. My belts, electric bill.
Prepare yourself.
I just want to chill. I rock back and forth on the X and Y axis to hit me, so I could catch up on back-to-back botched launch of Overwatch 2. Here we are nearly a week later. Alright, nearly a week later. And now I'm putting up the game on Monday, the Monday after release, or fucking 6 days later, to see if what's happening. Let's find out together. First of all, it claims the account merge is complete. And it claims cosmetics, legacy credits, being stats and release at 53. Okay, so if that's the case, I think they're correct. Look, it says I have items for people. It says I have items for my art, right? I actually think this did work. I think we can go through here and actually pick the characters who I played previously and put cosmetics on those. Which would be pretty cool. It's like we can do well. Yeah, look, it says I have 4 skins. And look, Beaver, which was one of my favorite skins. Watch one. This is the movie Summer Games of 2016. Lemon launcher. Who needs a shield? I shot it too early. I shot it by accident. I wanted to move and bounce, but I shot it in the air by accident. Oh, we got him. Come on. Nice. Face. Oh, so close. It was right there. Oh no! Oh, I didn't know there was an enemy behind me! What? I wasn't actually paying attention. Oh, that sucks. Right down the side too. I thought you died. They didn't they? Why did the whole enemy fucking see myself? What is going on? My whole team died. And I was fighting the whole enemy by myself and they didn't even...
Yeah. What was that?
Victory!
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
And that's the way the news goes.
Huge!
I don't know how I won that one.
Like, what the hell? I'm gonna do all I can, but I don't think it's gonna work. Like, he seems to be sucking ass and terrible.
Choose your character.
I can't even find them in my teammates. Wow, this is a complete waste of time. This match is literally wasting my time. My team is so bad, they're not even anywhere together. I have no teammates. Look, wow, what a waste of time. They are so bad. Yo, the team is so fucking bad. There's no chance. There's absolutely no chance. Team. Are there 2 of us? It's me and this fucking Junker Queen. Where the fuck is everyone else? There's 3 other people not playing. Where were they? I literally never saw them. Right? Where the fuck? Where's my team? Wow, that was one of the worst I've ever seen. No exaggeration, that was one of the worst I've ever seen. The overall server maintenance. This has a queue too. There's a queue everywhere. This is, oh my god. I really... I'm really starting to get upset. I need to calm down. I'm really starting to get upset. It's not good. I don't want to be upset. I want to have a nice, chill time with you guys. I really do. Like, this is absolutely unacceptable. I can't believe this doesn't work. My camera is too high for that effect.
Oikos Triple Zero Protein to help maintain Dad's strength.
Oikos Pro Protein to try to get stronger than Dad. Stronger.
Stronger.
Oikos Pro.
Oikos Triple Zero.
How strong do you want to be?
Get ready for family gatherings at Bear's Columbus Day sale. Save 42 to 60% store-wide. This extra-long sofa with plenty of seating for all of your guests, now just $11.48. Discover style, discover savings. Wear Bears.
Better? This is a slight change. Doesn't really matter. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to stop recording. For those of you who wanted to see Overwatch 2, I'm just as upset as you. I'm sorry that I promised it to you again, because literally everyone over the weekend told me it worked, and obviously that's false. It doesn't work. Again, and a week later, it doesn't work. The game will not let me play it. I tried Xbox and PS5 here live with you guys. Okay? I'm sorry. I really, really tried hard. I wanted to play it. I really enjoyed the hour I played. Junker Queen, who was that? Baptiste. I'm liking these characters. The game does not want to be played. Or at least Blizzard doesn't want you to play it. They're inept. So, I give up. I can only try so hard, so long. I'm not going to waste more time. We're just going to relax, all right? Which is what I wanted. I mean, ultimately, like I said, that's what the whole point was. I already had a stressful weekend. The whole point today was supposed to be, let's just chill and relax with each other in a game that doesn't take a lot of thought, just kind of messing around on my multiplayer and have a good time. And, Blizzard won't let me do that, right? Blizzard will not give me that ability. Blizzard just wants to punish me, I guess, for being a fan of Overwatch. So, I'm not going to allow them to punish me anymore, and I don't even know if I want to schedule another stream of Overwatch at this point. I'm just being honest with you guys. I don't know if it's worth it, because the game does not work, right? Like, we have other games to finish. I have to get through Evil Within before new releases start hitting within the next week. So maybe fuck it, I'll just do Evil Within from now on. Which really sucks, because obviously it's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to play the new game, but I guess it's dead on arrival, right? Okay, enough of this. Let me stop recording and I'll set everything up. Okay, she's going to be home soon. She's actually leaving work probably right about now, so... Alright guys, again I apologize. I'm sorry Overwatch 2 failed again. I hope you enjoyed this impromptu Q&A session. Thank you to those who did support it in any way. And I hope that it was fun. Thank you all. Alright? Until next time. Okay. So guys, here's the deal. Tonight, Disney Dreamlight Valley, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. I hope you guys will join me for it. And I seriously hope that it'll be supported now, because now this sucks. Like, this was the first stream outside of Street Fighter 6, and I was supposed to be doing a new game, and the whole game doesn't fucking work, so support just freezes. Not a surprise that it happened like that. I hope tonight you'll join and chill with me on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, and support it if you can. Hopefully we can make up for the fact that this stream tanked. Now tomorrow, I'm only doing one stream. This is disconcerting, because I need to raise money for my day off, and now I've already had a slow day, and now tomorrow I'm only doing one stream of Evil Within 1. So I hope that you guys will support, tomorrow too, and then, it looks like Wednesday I'm going to do Evil Within and Dreamlight. because I'm not wasting another stream on Overwatch. I'm just not. I'm not going to waste my time to have it fuck up again. Alright? Oh, I hope to see you guys tonight. Alright? Everyone have a good break. And see you for Disney Dreamlight Valley tonight. Peace out.
That melty cheese you crave is back. The double steak grilled cheese burrito only at Taco Bell.
At iHerb, we make and sell the best health and wellness products on the market. Because we...
It's how to play the game!
Fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
What's up, pretty knickers? What? The knickers? What about knickers? There are times when maybe I'm like, man, I'd like to make a racial comment here or there. Yeah, every once in a while. I mean, be honest, of course. You know what word I said. You know what word I said. Don't try to fucking take it out of context. I was saying exactly what the person said in the fucking game. So shut the fuck up. That's why I was taken back by it. I was like, why are they saying it so many times? They said like 2 or 3 times in a row. No, I mean, seriously, knowing the makers of this game, right? And the fact that plays, they care about being woke and everything like that. Listen, I don't care the gender of these characters look like. I just care if the game's like. Okay, that's me. But it's weird to me that one of the characters actually says the word knickers. You know, like, just saying, you know people are going to spin that to mean something it's not. You absolutely know they're going to say it's something that's not. So why would you put that in there? I'm just saying, you got to be, you know, especially in this day and age, you got to be careful. Well, what's in this game? And then put something like that in there, and then everyone, you have a bunch of little kids saying the wrong thing, right? You know, children being kidnapped and sold into slavery by corrupt cops. It's a joke. It's not meant to be real. It's a dark joke. There's nothing wrong with that.
Prepare yourself!
This might be the last fight for the stream.
But again, just as I just
thanks for joining me if you did.
Is tipping. Tipping would help a lot because tips right now are paying for these big bills. It's basically my internet bill and my condo dues that's going to come due over this coming weekend into early next week. And not only do I have to afford those, I also have to afford my day off next week, which is Thursday. So yeah, tips are very important. Okay, I'm not going to be talking about it all night. You guys know the deal. $8 or more tip, and we'll go. You can ask the magic 8 bucks.
Give me your money. Give me your money. Give me your money. Give me your money. Give me your money.
Thank you all for your support so far tonight, but it would really help if we could get some people tonight. You know, now honestly, it's not joking for a second. I got some big financial bills, some responsibilities coming this weekend. Big tips will help a lot with that. So if you could tip tonight, speak out the best way, and I appreciate that.
All my money went. Went to mobile games, they said. Went to offshore gambling. Right?
circle of trolls. That's it. That's what we're saying now. I don't know why we're saying that. It's not true. Welcome to the Circle of Friendship. The Festival of Friendship. The Festival of sweet camaraderie. PSP Gaming Delights. Alright, this is getting worse and worse the more I speak. I'm gonna shut up. That was really creepy, actually.
This is a regulation tactic. So basically, he's trying to like erase everything and be like, just because it wasn't serious, it's okay. No, it's still not okay. You know what I mean? Was it real? It was. You said it. You wanted to leave your head. You said it.
Match point. Blue team.
So it still sticks. It still matters. You said it.
I think Sam said he's surprised people are not taking advantage of the evil. I think people are not looking at themselves.
Victory!
Hell yeah.
Ask the magic meatball question.
Okay, we're gonna end it on a good note. Thanks for joining me if you did, and I'll see you guys in the next stream, hopefully.
Play again?
Because once I get in, it will be a lot harder for me to react to you guys, and I certainly would appreciate some more support tonight because we did not even hit the tier 1 goal yet. Thank you, though, for all of your support tonight.
Again, I'm here for